All right, what is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the one and only Wrestling Otaku channel. Of course, your personification of excellence in YouTube and YWC, where the best reviews wrestling and your three-time YWC Channel of the Year. And I'm back here. It is Wednesday night. Wednesday, of course, November 6, 2024. Back from my second video of the day. I did a short video earlier. Just got back from work a little while ago. Happened to catch the back end of Dynamite, the final 30 or so minutes. And I went back and got the results. I'll probably go back and check some of the highlights from the show that I wasn't able to see because, again, I was at work at the time. But anyway, so I wanted to do this video because we're on the heels, of course, of the NFL Week 10. So getting back to a little bit of football coverage, going from the elections and all that kind of stuff back to my regular content, so sports content, specifically with my team, the Baltimore Ravens. So getting back to some sports content, some NFL content. So Week 10 is upon us. Actually, tomorrow night. And tomorrow the Ravens have a special Thursday night game, first Thursday night game of the season. But before that, I want to briefly recap their previous game from this past Sunday, Week 9. They had a home game against the Denver Broncos, and the Ravens actually won, and they won in quite convincing fashion. They dominated the Broncos from start to finish. A game I didn't get the chance to watch because, once again, I was at work at the time. I didn't even state that I was at work at the time, but I went back and got the highlights of the game. The Ravens won. Excuse me. The Ravens won their home game here against the Denver Broncos, their Week 9 game. Defeated the Broncos by a final score of 41-10. Probably the most lopsided victory that the Ravens have had all year outside of that Sunday night game. This was probably, just based on how it went, this is probably the Ravens' best defensive performance from a standpoint of them not allowing a whole lot of points. This is probably their best defensive performance since that Week 4 game, since that Sunday night game against the Bills at home. Only giving up 10 points to the Broncos here. Meanwhile, their offense remains hot. They scored 41 points. Lamar Jackson had a near perfect passer rating, had three passing touchdowns. I think Derrick Henry, another 100-yard rushing game here. So the Ravens rebound and somewhat redeemed themselves for that god-awful Week 8 loss the previous week on the road against the hapless Cleveland Browns. That god-awful game. You guys should know what I think about that. I ranted quite quite vehemently about that game, about that loss. And the defense, for the most part, it's going to take a lot for me to, have full-on trust in defense at this point. Just based on things that have happened this year. But they have somewhat redeemed themselves for that previous week's loss. And they take care of business against Denver. Just, dominate them from start to finish. They win that game 41-10. And now here coming up, with their Week 10 game, as I was mentioning previously, they have a Thursday night game, so the Ravens play at home once again on a short week, and they host division rival Cincinnati Bengals. This is these two teams' second meeting of the season, which the Ravens, of course, beat the Bengals in Cincinnati a couple weeks ago in overtime. Was it overtime? Yeah, it was an overtime game by a final score of 41-38. And in that game, the Ravens gave up a lot of points. They gave up a bunch of touchdowns, especially in the second half. And they were actually trailing 10 points going into the fourth quarter. They made a comeback. They tied the game, and then they won it in overtime on a late field goal. So the Ravens coming into this game, they play at home against the Cincinnati Bengals team that has kind of been on and off. The Bengals just won their last game, of course, on Sunday against the Las Vegas Raiders, and they put up 41 points on them, which, the same Raiders team that the Ravens fucking lost to at home Week 2. And I don't know what the fuck it is about this Ravens team with losing games to mediocre teams that they should beat. It's just one of those things. They lose to the fucking Raiders Week 2. They lost to the Browns Week 8 a week or two ago, and it's like, what? I don't get what it is with this team with losing fucking games like losing against bad opponents. I just don't get it. But nonetheless, so Ravens host the Bengals tomorrow night, Thursday nights. Like I said, it's a short week, so this is a very pivotal game, very important game here in division, especially after that god-awful loss against the Browns. And the Ravens already have one victory against the Bengals in Cincinnati in overtime, as I mentioned before. And if the Ravens take this game, they will own the tiebreaker over the Bengals, and they will improve to 2-1 in division. So very, very important game here, divisional game here. They cannot afford to look past Cincinnati here. The same Cincinnati Bengals team that put up 38 on them last time. And so the defense that defensive performance they had against the Broncos on Sunday, I hope they exhibit, I hope they showcase some more of that in this game. And if the Ravens play like they played, see, this is the thing about this team. Like, they played like absolute dog shit in that Browns game. And then on Sunday, they fucking somehow a miracle happened and they got it together. And then they held the Broncos to 10 points. And they beat them 41-10. And one of the best defensive performances of the year. And so, for a defense that, let's face it, the defense's weakness is their pass defense. And the pass defense came together in that Broncos game. And they're going to need to do more of that if they hope to, in order to try to keep this Cincinnati Bengals team at bay. Because they're going to be coming in here, Joe Burrow and fucking Jamar Chase. And they had a bunch of connections for touchdowns in the last game. And so this is a very important game here for the Ravens tomorrow. This is a very important Thursday night game for the Ravens, and so they really need to get the shit together. Whatever the hell happened on Sunday, they need to repeat it for this game. So, again, we'll wait and see what happens. The Ravens, I imagine going into the game should be favored. They are at this point, the better team, seemingly. I think the offense is about as good an offense as we've seen in the NFL right now. The only, like I said, weakness is their defense, specifically in the pass defense, and just the fact that they give up points to opposing teams, especially late in games. And so it's just one of those things. The Ravens are the superior team on paper. They have the better record. They beat them, like I said, they beat them once already. And so by all accounts, the Ravens should have the advantage in this game, and by all accounts, the Ravens should win. But you never know. They should have beaten the Browns, but we saw what the fuck happened there. But anyway, so yeah, not looking past the Bengals here. I expect the Ravens to, the defense to hold it down, shut it down, or they should at the very least, keep Jamar Chase at bay, get pressure on Joe Burrow, and offensively they should be able to put up a lot of points on the Cincinnati defense the way that they did in the previous game. So we'll see what happens tomorrow night. I just hope, again, if the Ravens play like they played on Sunday, like they played a couple back week 4 against the Bills, this is honestly one of the best teams in the league, if not the best, and they would be serious Super Bowl contenders. But the only problem is they don't play like that every week. And so it's just one of those things, it's a tale of two teams. One team looks dominant, absolutely unstoppable, and then the other team just looks like, they just look like pretenders, honestly, especially in terms of defense. It's just like, it's just one of those things, it's a wait-and-see thing, so. But I fully expect the Ravens to get it done. I fully expect the Ravens to bring some more of that energy and that fire and that passion that they had in that Broncos game and redeeming themselves in that Broncos game and bring it here to this game, the big divisional opponent. Very important Thursday night game, so Ravens need to get it done. They absolutely need to get it done in this Thursday night game against Cincinnati here. So we'll see what happens tomorrow night. Only time will tell. We'll see what the future holds. But I fully expect the Ravens to win this game. It's a home game, like I said. They already beat them once, so yeah, I expect the Ravens to win, and they should win. But again, we'll see what happens. So I mean, last time I freaking gave a score prediction, it was like, so I'm a little bit freaking paranoid about that. But I predict the Ravens to win by at least 2 touchdowns, or at least 1 touchdown. But I think they're going to put it away late, and so yeah, you can only hope, right? You can only hope. I can only hope Marlon Humphrey and Kyle Hamilton, their two best guys in the secondary right now, shut that Bengals offense down, and they get things going in the pass rush and so on and so forth, and so. But looking forward to it. I do have a day off tomorrow, so I will be able to watch the game, and so I will be paying close attention to what they do, and we'll see what happens from there. So Ravens, Bengals in Baltimore, Thursday night football, and so very pivotal game. Ravens need it, and the Ravens should take this game. But again, only time will tell. So that's pretty much it for that. So that is going to do it for this, I guess you could say, little preview of the Ravens Week 10 matchup coming up tomorrow, Thursday night game, hosting the Cincinnati Bengals, and also just me briefly mentioning their previous game, because I didn't get the chance to do it before, versus the Broncos. Their win against the Broncos, they defeated them on Sunday 41-10. So that's pretty much all I got to say for this video. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did enjoy it, be sure to hit the like button, leave a comment, give me your thoughts on anything I touched on here. And be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Appreciate all the support I can get. With that being said, it's pretty much going to do it, man. So I'll see you guys in the next video. And we'll see what happens tomorrow night, Thursday night. And also, I may or may not do another video tonight. It all depends. I mean, there's a few topics I want to get to. I may just decide to wait till tomorrow. But I'm going to chill out here, play some Apex Legends, eat, and probably go to bed. And so that's pretty much all I'm going to say for that. So that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for watching once again. Until next time, Wrestling Otaku, I'm out. See you in the next one. And hope you all have a good rest of your night. And that's all I got to say for now. So until next time, peace.